My fiancé is ghosting me because she found out that I could do the splits. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we've got a story from r/relationship advice, where OP's fiancé is ghosting OP because she found out that OP could do the splits. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of relationship issues and problems that you and your significant other faced that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. I've been with her for the past 4 years and we're currently engaged. We're planning our wedding for hopefully early next year. We rarely ever fight, but she insists that I broke her trust over what happened a few days ago. My girlfriend works full-time as a receptionist, but she also does yoga very seriously on the side. She has a separate Instagram account just for yoga. She's certified and she also has a few clients that she teaches in a gym. I used to do gymnastics growing up, before switching to the aerial circus that a nearby circus studio offered for a few years. And it was there that I mostly focused on training aerial straps in my early years of high school, before stopping due to some repeated injuries. But I still try to keep some of the conditioning I learned there, and still apply it when I'm training today at the gym or whatever. Why is this important? We'll get to that later. The problem started when she asked me to help her film something for her socials. She has a YouTube channel that she's trying to constantly grow, and she asked me to help with a splits tutorial, where she would do the more advanced yoga versions of stretches for flexible persons, while I did the basic non-yoga normal person easier versions of the stretches for more inflexible persons. But when she had me try a few of the stretches she had in mind, she was surprised with how easy some of them were for me. And when she sarcastically asked me if I could do the splits, I showed her that I could, and for some reason she got offended. I wasn't showing off or anything, I just did the poses she asked. I've helped her with other videos before, but when she asked me how I learned it, I told her. But she got offended on why I never told her about it. The thing that bugs me is that I did tell her about it many years ago, but she didn't seem to remember. And that's fine. I don't think it's that important, and I told her that the last time I did aerial straps or gymnastics was like 9th grade, but she spun it into, "What else are you hiding?" and called me a liar and asked, "Why don't I make an Instagram just like her?" and stuff like that. And I honestly didn't know why she was getting so worked up. I told her that I was sorry, despite not thinking I had anything to be sorry for, but her mood was ruined and she just gave up on the video idea. She said that she had changed her mind and acted distant for the rest of the day. At the time, I felt bad and tried to lighten the mood by changing the subject. But she was ticked no matter what I did. Then when I get home and I try to text her again that I'm sorry, she doesn't respond to anything that I texted her for 4 straight days, when we used to almost always talk. Then finally, about a week later, she said that she was sorry for not responding, but that she needed to take a break from our relationship, and a bunch of other things about how she couldn't trust me. And while I think that she's overreacting, I couldn't bring myself to say that, and told her that I'd respect her request and that I was sorry for offending her again. This break lasted for about 3 weeks with no contact from her. A couple of days ago, one of our mutual friends from her friend group contacted me and said that she's been talking shit about me to some of the other girls. So, when I decided to open up and tell him how I thought she was being ridiculous, he said that she cares way too much about her Instagram, among other things like how he thought she was arrogant, and I'm kinda upset at myself for not telling her how ridiculous she was sounding and just sucking up. While some of the people in my group have taken my side, I don't think my relationship with the group will ever be the same, given some of the mixed feelings. And it hurts a lot. It's bad enough to go through a potential breakup over something as stupid as this, but I'm now losing my family/friend group on top of it. The one I introduced her to, that she's now trying to destroy my reputation too. Now I'm getting a little worried because we still have engagement plans, but I'm also reconsidering how easily she gets offended over something as small as this. And before I break her and try to consider calling her back, I've really been thinking about this and just need to hear some other opinions. And I also want to ask how I should reach out after her request to have some space, to see where we stand with the engagement and our future in general. Or if I should even reach out at this point at all, or just wait for her. Any advice? Now let's look at some comments. I recommend you to talk to her since you'll have been together for 4 years plus have an engagement going on. But it's a bit sketchy to know how easily offended and jealous she got over the fact that you could do something that she can. How immature can you be to not talk to your boyfriend for 3 weeks just because he can do the splits? I'm not sure if this is the first time she has behaved like this, but this is just a glimpse of how she will react to situations that bother her. No contact, immature behavior, silent treatment. Think about your future wife acting like a 12-year-old and can't have a mature conversation about something that bothered her. Holy crap, this sounds like a blessing. For your own sake, please end it. This is a red flag the size of Mars. She will be breaking your heart for years. Now she ghosts and shit talks, next time she cheats, because she thinks you deserve it. If she can talk to you, there's no reason to try and talk to her unless you need to get stuff back. She's showing you who she is. Believe her. I'd revise your thinking on this to: my girlfriend wants to break up with me because she's ridiculously insecure. She's overreacting. She either has a major issue with needing to be the best, or she's freakishly paranoid. Either way, she's treating you horribly. I don't think I'd want to marry someone who's that insecure over something stupid as fuck and whose whole identity lies in their Instagram account. Walk away, dude. She's showing you her true colors and they aren't pretty at all. Before we take a look at the update, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Update. It's been about a week, and she's kinda made the decision to break up on her own, actually, and here's what I mean. She went through and made her splits video on her own, and she threw a joke in there about how girls watching should ask their boyfriend if they can do the splits too, and are shy about their talent, and honestly, I found it kinda funny at this point, considering how petty/upset she was over this. Some of the girls in my friend group who kinda took my side said that my fiancé doesn't seem to understand what yoga means, and they happen to do yoga as well. They said that she's stupid because she's certified and doesn't understand that yoga isn't a competition, but rather a personal journey, to quote them specifically. But she seems to care more about showing off impressive poses on Instagram more than actually promoting what yoga is about, and how her basically body shaming me, as they put it, is the opposite of what yoga stands for, in their opinion. They also had an issue with the joke that she made during the video, and specifically with how she told the girls that were watching to ask their boyfriend if they could do the splits in an attempt to see if they were hiding it from them. And they said that that came off as wrong and somewhat sexist and immature. And they also showed me some of the texts that she sent them. Stuff about how she said that I'm hiding things from her, and why was there a need to hide something as simple as that in regards to my gymnastics background. And personally, I think it's dumb. Like, this is high school behavior. And maybe not even that, because when I was in high school, some people were petty, but this is just a lot. When I texted her in regards to the wedding and asking where we stand, she didn't respond. And when I texted her again another day, she didn't respond again. When I tried calling her twice on the same days, she didn't respond either. And I'm trying with the help of my parents to cancel the wedding from our side. But she and her parents are not responding. And with the payments they have down, we're nervous about getting looped into something that they could hold against us. And at this point, I could care less about the ring. I asked my dad if we should go over, but he said it was a bad idea given their behavior. But we've talked to the planner, who's had little communication with her family too, and that's pretty much where we are at this point. I called her a few times and my dad called her parents, but they aren't responding on numerous days. But I'm done with it. They can ghost me all they want, but one thing is for sure. The wedding is off. The engagement is off. And I'm a single man. I also want to say thanks for all the advice given out the first time, and for anyone else who decides to comment on this one. What do you think about all of this? Do you think OP is doing the right thing by breaking up with his fiancé? Also, do you have any advice for OP on how he should end things and move forward? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.